What's going on, family? What's going on? We got this case here. Fani Willis, man. Let's see what's going on with the district attorney down in Georgia, GA. She putting cases on a lot of people. So now she seems to have a case on her. It's amazing how things go. You know, once you're the prosecutor, now you're defended. Amazing. So let's get right into this here. You here with Uncle Ism, and let's get it started. The Madness.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show. This show is all about male masculinity, female femininity, and being a real goddamn man. Holding yourself accountable, knowing everything is on you. Guys, it's not going to be easy. But this show will keep you 100% real when it comes to women and relationships. Welcome to the Macosphere, the no cap zone, the no BS zone. Get off your phone and go outside and knock you a nice young bitch, Jack. Something like that. You can put your flavor into it. Just a little real spill. No chilly cold blood. Yo, Sirism, spit that shit. Stay up while you put that game down. I'll see you at the top, Jack. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I see we got a few people up in here, man. What's going on with y'all? We got this guy. Who is this guy, man? This guy right here, Truism, man. He say he Truism, man. I had to chop his head over rice, man. I had to whap and tap on his head over there at Reg the bad guy, man. He want to steal my name, man. Your name the Storm Crow over here. Your name is the Storm Crow, man. You from a alternate universe, man. But you all right. He was a good sport. He took it all in stride, man. I can say that two, brothers talked about each other, and then nobody had to talk about catching flights and all this other stuff. We roasted back and forth, and that was that. And we move on. So I see you over here, Storm Crow. You understand me? But ain't nobody colder than Eminem. You know what I mean? That's DJ Kuda. Call him, man. Double M, man. You understand me? He never sleeps, man. He never sleeps. He's all over the YouTube streets. You understand? So we got some people up in here, man. They doing some foul things, man. Miss Fani, man. Miss Fani got her fanny cooked today, man. I wonder, did y'all see it, man? Miss Fani, she's dealing with this brother here. What's his name? Nathan Wade, man. Brother Wade. What's going on, brother Wade? You seem to got yourself, you know what I mean, in a bit of a mess here, man. But brother Wade say, man, I wasn't doing nothing. I'm doing what you're supposed to do, man. They got the DA want to get at me. And you brothers today was talking about, do men ever hit the wall? Just because you can make children. Some of y'all shouldn't make children, though. Some of y'all leave the children alone, man. We need some beautiful, peaceful children, some good people in society. Some of y'all ain't worth 2 cents, man. So y'all don't need to make no childrens. Don't make no childrens, man. Please, please. We got enough gangbangers and hoodlums out here. And Miss Fani Willis, man, she might want to, put a RICO on you, man. So be careful. LSP, how you doing, baby? I see you up in here. Now we got this case, and I'm gonna let you players pull up, man. Did y'all check out this case today? This is a cold thing here, man. We got brother Wade, brother Nathan Wade. He's been tapping that Fani on Fani Willis. Let's go.
Entertain you. Isn't that correct? Yes. And so your answer to this interrogatory is false, is it not, sir?
No, it's not false.
Well, I hate to dance
Somebody
around.
try to use big word.
The answer is yes, you did entertain. This well is correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so for my brothers, since Truism want to try to say his name is in the Webster's dictionary, and I told him my name is in the brother dictionary. Okay, so his name don't count. All right, the brother dictionary say IZM. He don't even spell it right. So watch how they say he was tapping that thing.
I hate to dance around. The answer is yes, you did entertain. This well is correct.
Look at it.
Right? Yes. She's not your spouse at that time or at any time, correct? That's correct. She's not related to you by blood or marriage, correct? That's correct. But you entertained her, right? Yes. And during the course from your marriage, the period of time up to the present, so the answer would have been, yes, I did entertain somebody, correct?
During the course of the marriage, no.
Mr. Wade.
Mr. Gillen, I think we made a point. I think it speaks for itself, and we can save that for argument.
I'll just follow up with
That's semantic.
You understand what the word present means?
Your Honor, that's been asked of us.
I think we did cover that already as well.
Okay. Now, what has happened from the time that you filed this court document in May of 2023, let's go over some of the things that you had been involved in terms of being entertained or entertaining. Prior to your filing on the answer on the interrogatories on May the...
There go to that word, interrogatories. You hear them, y'all? Interrogatories. That means he been tapping that thing. Hey, bruh, have you been doing any interrogatories?
30th, 2023. We've already established, have we not, that you paid for a Royal Caribbean cruise to the Bahamas with Miss Willis, correct?
Yes, sir, with Miss Willis and my mother.
Well, your mother's not part of this interrogatory. I'm talking about Miss Willis, okay?
Interrogatories, man.
You paid and caused to be paid approximately $3,335 on that trip, Bahamas trip from October the 28th through October the 31st, correct?
Your Honor, objection, and we've judged this ground several times already.
Mr. Gillen, let's cover new ground.
Well, I'm just trying to establish with specificity the things that he had done to entertain or be entertained prior to May the 30th, 2023. I'll try to move through it.
Sure. Well, that's already part of the record in terms of his prior testimony. And so if you want to link those two things together, you can do that during argument.
Well, so let me discuss this. You indicated that during the course of your explanation concerning the police trip, that Miss Willis paid you all that money back in cash. Remember?
Really, I can't remember.
Yes, sir.
Now,
I don't recall.
the police trip had just happened, hadn't it? That occurred in March 18th, 2023, right?
Yes, sir.
So
The courtroom is a cold performance. Look at this brother squinting. You know you tap that Fanny, you got to come to court. You got to put on your proper Sunday's best. You got to put on these little pendants from the police department. Courtroom is a cold performance. You got to do a lot of things. You got to come in here and squint your eyes like you don't understand, about the situation and the semantics and the specifics. And they're going to try to say all the big words that you can't comprehend that's too complex for your comprehension.
Because I don't want to give these people too much ism, you dig?
Let's keep it going.
you're filing this maybe 2 months after you have gone to Belize with Miss Willis, correct?
Again, I believe all of this is
I think you might be getting somewhere.
It's arbitrary.
Yes, sir.
It's arbitrary.
We got the trip in. We've got the trip in to Belize on March the 18th, 2023. You and Miss Willis, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, 2 months later, you file the interrogatories that speak for themselves that we've gone over a few minutes ago, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Y'all going?
the March the 18th, 2023, to state the obvious, is before May the 30th, 2023.
What was that? Somebody's phone? Was that somebody's phone? Somebody, Fanny, your hips kind of square. She got some kind of square hips, but he was hitting that thing. What I always tell you, players. I tell y'all all the time, never trust. Somebody put it in the chat. Never trust a big forehead, light-skinned woman. Look at that forehead. Look at that forehead on that woman. You see that forehead? Never trust a big forehead, light-skinned woman, especially one that talks proper. Are you an idiot? They don't love you. They love theyself. What's wrong with y'all? What in God's earth is wrong with y'all? Please.
Get the ism, you dig? Come fill this ism, you dig? You dig? Dig?
I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help you, brothers. Okay? So, we got Brother Nathan Wade. He had to do what he had to do. He had to cook them little cakes to move up in the ranks. Women been doing it forever. So I don't see what's the problem here. Brother Nathan was doing his thing. Brother Nathan, let's keep it going.
Great. Will you agree with me on that?
I do.
Okay. So then you tell us that Miss Willis paid you in cash all the money for the entire trip. It was a gift for you for your birthday, correct?
Yes, sir.
She was spending money.
I'm sure you probably have the deposit slips where you took the cash and deposited the cash into your account.
Who got the big face? Star P. Your face take up that whole screen, bruh.
Don't you?
I did not deposit the cash in my account.
You don't have a single solitary deposit
Uh-oh.
slip to corroborate or support any of your allegations that you were paid by Mrs. Willis in cash, do you?
No, sir.
Not a single solitary one.
Not a one.
Now, when Miss Willis would pay you in cash, would you scamper down to the ATM with her and she drew money out of her account
Your
to
Honor,
pay you these thousands of dollars?
Scamper
still
down.
might scamper.
Look at his
But there's
face.
no evidence
Did he
that
scamper down?
survey does. I object to the phrasing, the argumentative nature of the question.
All right, on that issue, overruled.
Show some fucking respect.
Did you and Miss Wade scamper down to the ATM machine and have her dry out? For example, on the Willis trip, just on your payment would have been $2,794.
Miss Wade,
For clarity, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Pardon me?
Miss Wade and I didn't go to Belize.
No, I'm just
I
speaking
went to
of
other
Miss Willis.
places. Why are you trying to
Did
start with the
you go
scratches?
down to the ATM with Miss Willis while she drew out $2,794 to pay you in
You see that
cash?
Star P?
That you did you go to the ATM with her?
No, sir. She didn't go to the ATM. She carried the cash.
She,
Oh, and so
Carried
she would give
cash.
you the cash.
she broke
Did you
down
have a little
straight
place
cash.
in your house where you just stack up all this cash that you apparently got
This
to repay you for these
this right
benefits that you
here,
bestowed
this
on
is
her?
the deal with culture. See, different cultures deal and delve in different ways. They move around the earth in different ways. See, black people, he say she deal in cash. She's the district attorney, but she's still paid in cash, man. You understand me? In the words of Randy Moss, straight cash, homie.
Mr. Gillen, if I answered that, I'm putting myself in jeopardy. If I tell the world that I have cash someplace in my home, don't you think that could be problematic?
No, I don't. I want an answer as to whether or not
You
you
want
have
an
a cash hoard in your house
You say,
where
I'm
you have allegedly
answer
taken the
the
money
question.
that you got from Mrs. Willis and went and put it somewhere. Where'd you put it?
No, sir.
Which
Now, just put it on the hip. And can I walk around money?
Did I put it on my hip
Yeah, just walking around money where you would spend cash yourself.
pocket change, man.
Did I put it on my hip in Belize?
Yes.
Walk around with it?
When you got paid
Pocket
back,
change.
would you take the money, the cash that she gave you, and would you just carry it around with you for spending money around town?
So we have to break down each trip because, for example, for the cruise, she paid me the money before we took the cruise. So I was here and I could put the money in my pocket or put it away wherever I wanted to do with it. Other trips, she would give me the money there. So at that point, I could either spend it or put it in my pocket or put it in the hotel safe.
There's no special place that you would have
Man, she
all
broke
this cash
bread,
that you
man.
would be getting from her that you told us about.
She
to
looked
pay
out
back
and broke
for the
bread.
benefits that you have bestowed on her.
The only special place that cash would have gone would have been to one of my children.
Oh,
Now, are you aware? Have you discussed these
What's up,
pleadings with Ms. Willis?
No, sir.
So there's been no discussion
Mr.
between
Pete,
you
what's
and
up,
Ms.
family?
Willis about the allegation concerning the benefits that you have bestowed on her. Is that correct?
you have bestowed on her. Man, y'all better get y'all dictionaries out, man. They're going to help you with your
Overruled.
pronunciation. They're going to help you,
Okay.
you know,
When you said
with your
proceedings, we were
verbal
talking
skills
about the
together.
divorce
Listen to
proceedings,
the
we were talking about the interrogatories. To that question, the answer is no.
interrogatories.
You're
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead with your answer. I'll hear the complete answer, then I'll follow up.
Your
Okay.
your
If you're
vocabulary
asking
will
me
be
about
elevated
this
listening to
hearing,
this
the
court
proceedings of this
proceeding
hearing, have we discussed the financial piece based upon
interrogatories.
Mr. Roman's motion? Yes.
Celine.
So you have discussed the financial piece. Where did that discussion take place?
Conference room.
Were you other people there, or were you and Ms. Willis discussing this about what your position was going to be?
Relevance of it.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Gillen?
And the relevance has to do.
The relevance. Oh, they're going to break it down to the last compound. Hey, family, what do I always tell y'all? You're not going to get along if you're the same skin tone. They got along because she's light-skinned woman, dark-skinned man. Lighter hue woman, dark hue man. If you're a lighter hue man, you get the darker hue woman. What is wrong with man? Man, I be trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all won't listen, man. Sooner or later, y'all gonna listen to Uncle Ism. Wolfman, tell them where they at.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
Come on, man. Let's go.
With suddenly we have a declaration from Mr. Wade in this case, where he says roughly equal, and then shows one alleged payment by Ms. Willis. No mention of cash.
Ooh, these
None.
people all in your
So I
business.
need to find out a little bit more about how suddenly we have this this revelation about cash from the witness stand today.
He has a revelation. He don't understand.
So we part company there when you say no
He
mention
went,
of cash. If I
Mexican.
provided
You don't
one receipt that
understand
didn't
English.
amount to what you would think was roughly equal, the rest of it is cash.
Well, did you in your declaration, sir, that was filed
Declaration, sir.
in this case, did you tell the court in that declaration
Zeroing in on
the expenditure that you had provided on behalf of Ms. Willis was paid for back by her in cash? Yes or no?
I believe that I did when I said that the expenses were split roughly evenly.
If you could point to me any place in your affidavit
that's possible
where you use the word cash, I would appreciate it.
I didn't use the word
a
cash.
little more earlier.
No, you didn't use the word
Y'all
cash.
on the wrong lady.
But I didn't say that she didn't give it to me in cash.
No,
Look at
you
these.
just didn't tell anybody that you allegedly.
Who are these producers? Producers of these shows. All black people don't look alike, okay? Look at them. They got this picture on this lady like it's Fani. Look at the hair texture. That's not her. See? Celine, why your peoples be thinking we all look alike? You understand me? I can tell the difference. Look at this lady hair texture and look at Fani. See? They got the camera on her. Oh, go to her. Camera 8. It ain't even her. Bozos. I need to produce this.
Affidavit where you use the word cash, I would appreciate it. Take your time.
I didn't use the word cash. No, sir.
No, you didn't use the word cash, did you?
But I didn't say that she didn't give it to me in cash.
No, you just didn't tell anybody that you allegedly got paid back in cash, right?
His wife look better?
No, I told everyone who asked.
Today.
Yes, sir.
Now, who else was with you, if anyone else, when you and Ms. Willis were discussing how you would be handling the financial component of the motion here today, that is the personal benefits?
I'm going to object to the relevance of that, Your Honor.
Mr. Gill.
Well, the relevance is if they know that they're going to be called as witnesses, they've been subpoenaed, and they are discussing what they're going to say, we need to know that. The court needs to know that. It goes to the veracity of Mr. Willis and, Ms. Willis and Mr. Wade.
We didn't discuss how we were going to handle testimony.
My question was, when you were discussing with Ms. Willis in the conference room, when you were discussing what you perceived to be the situation concerning the benefits or the payments,
yes, sir.
Was there anyone else present?
No, sir.
How long did the meeting take?
Probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Did Ms. Willis tell you what she was going to say?
No, sir.
Did you ask her whether she had any bank withdrawals that would corroborate the assertion that she would
The
pay you back
assertion.
in large
Are y'all
sums of
writing these
cash
words down?
for these trips to the Caribbean, Belize, California, on and on and on?
Your Honor, again, I object. The proffer, when the last relevance objection was made, was that Mr. Dillon needed to know who else was there. These could be potential witnesses that he could cross-examine. That question hasn't answered. So I can object.
Okay. I think it's still exploring possible bias or motive to shape his testimony, so overrule on that ground.
The assertion. Come on, man. Y'all better pick these words up. So, who was that? Miss Celine? Who said? No, LSP. LSP said that the wife looked better. Y'all judge. We're going to stop it for a second. Let's see. Who y'all think? Hey, LSP, I don't know. You might be right. You might be right. I might need to make a poll. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the comment section, who you got? You got Fani? Or you got the wife? You know what I'm saying? The wife is looking cute. But some of them, just because the woman is cute, sometimes they don't have good box. Sometimes a woman that's not as quote unquote beautiful, for as the face, might have better box. But in this case, I think you might be right. Because I seen that Fani Willis today. We're gonna play a little her in a minute. She had a cold attitude. She definitely got some Keisha in her. You know what I'm saying? She definitely got some Keisha and some attitude and some sass and some black girl magic and all of that stuff. The wife you know what I'm saying? You might be right. The wife is looking a little better on the outside, LSP. See, a lot of guys just go for women for looks. The look is just the hook. The beauty is in the duty, baby.
Thank you.
Woman can do for you.
Now, Mr. Willis, Mr. Wade, when you were having this discussion, did you ask her?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did he do that on purpose? He said, Mr. Willis. Excuse me, I mean Mr. Wade.
overrule on that ground.
Let's see.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Willis, excuse me, Mr. Ray.
Oh, did he do that on purpose?
When you were having this discussion, did you ask her? Did you ask Ms. Willis? Do you have anything to support these cash withdrawals?
No, sir.
Did you ask her where she got the cash?
This is the conversation. I produced my credit card statement.
Is that all you
that
produced?
showed what Ms. Merchant in her filing was representing. That was the conversation.
Okay. So when she would pay you back in cash, were you aware of what her financial situation was? Do you know what?
No, sir.
I'm gonna tap y'all in.
Well, Your Honor, it's relevant because we've been bombarded with a book, Find Me the Votes, in which,
What's at issue is the financial benefit, and if that plays material interest in an actual conflict of interest. So I think that's relevant.
now, have you read the book, Find Me the Votes?
I have.
You have.
I have.
Okay. Now, in that book, Ms. Willis is telling the authors about how financially destitute she was, or kind of hitting down
Another word
on
for you.
the bottom as she was running for DA.
Yes.
You remember that part of the book?
See, I'm giving y'all homework.
So let me qualify the response. I've read the book
I'm about to give y'all some homework.
in parts.
Yes,
I hadn't had the time to sit and read the book in its entirety.
Did you read that part about how she's
Every
telling
time they say a big word, I need somebody in the chat to give us the definition, because Toya the tutor not here. So we need the word and the definition of the word. Okay? Then let's go. Destitute. That's your homework.
the authors about
Y'all pull up in here.
little money she had and how financially she was in bad shape prior to when she was running? Did you read that part?
No, sir.
Did you ever have discussions with Ms. Willis about her financial situation, which was in apparently in rough shape prior to her being elected DA?
No, sir.
Oh,
Ms.
you
Willis
said the DA ain't got no money?
financial business was just that. It was her business. I know nothing.
It also
Oh, did I mess it up and go back? Okay. I know what to do. What was we at? We was at about 12, y'all. So check it out. You mean to tell me a DA is in financial ruins? A DA is having problems? See, a lot of people, just because, all this high value stuff and 100,000 a year, a lot of people make 100, 200,000 a year, but they spend 300,000 a year. They go shopping, they going to Macy's, they going on trips, they live in lavish, they making money, good money, but they're in debt. Some people make 50,000 and they happy and they not in debt. So just because you make a lot of money, don't act like that's the end all be all. But you do need money, but a lot of people spend a lot of money too. Let's go.
This is the conversation. I produced my credit card statement that showed what Ms. Merchant in her filing was representing. That was the conversation.
okay. So when she would pay you back in cash, were you aware of what her financial situation was? Do you know what?
No, sir.
Your Honor, I object to the relevance.
Well, Your Honor, it's relevant because we've been bombarded with a book, Find Me the Votes, in which
What's at issue is the financial
another
benefit,
word.
and if that plays material interest in an actual conflict of interest. So I think that's relevant.
now, have you read the book, Find Me the Votes?
I have.
You have.
I have.
Okay. Now, in that book, Ms. Willis is telling the authors about how financially destitute she was, or kind of hitting down on the bottom as she was running for DA. Do you remember that part of the book?
So let me qualify the response. I've read the book in parts. I hadn't had the time to sit and read the book in its entirety.
Did you read that part about how she's telling the authors about how little money she had and how financially she was in bad shape prior to when she was running? Did you read that part?
No, sir.
Did you ever have discussions with Ms. Willis about her financial situation, which was in apparently in rough shape prior to her being elected DA?
No, sir. Ms. Willis made it clear that her financial business
So
was
you
just
said
that. It
she
her
was
business.
broke until she got the DA
I
job.
know nothing about her financial status. I know nothing about how she was
She just
faring
pays you in cash.
before or after the
I don't know.
election, or even now. I know nothing about her finances.
Telling us
I
that
was
she
just hitting
didn't
that thing.
share that with you,
I
but
don't know
chose to
nothing
share it
about
with the authors of the book.
my job
that's
was
been,
to lay the pipe.
published and printed and sold nationally.
I think it's a fair question for us.
I don't know that she shared it with the author. I don't know that the author was telling the truth. I don't know the author, so I don't know, sir.
Okay. Now, did you give an interview to the authors of that book?
I've given no interview, sir.
So you haven't talked to them at all,
I
correct?
haven't talked to any media.
All right.
None.
Now, as it relates to
Okay, so at least this brother understand game. See, a lot of you brothers, y'all go to court, y'all go to jail, y'all just get in an interrogation booth and get to run in your mouth and make a case. See, hush. Don't try to settle your case in the street. Just go to jail. Don't try to settle your case in the interrogation room. Just go to jail. Settle your case in court. You're going to tell on yourself. Let's go.
I'd like to, though.
as it relates to,
They keep saying little stupid
again,
stuff.
from your bank records that you're aware of, there'll be no cash deposits, right?
I didn't say that.
Uh-oh.
Are there cash deposits which
wait a
line
minute.
up with the money that you have allegedly received from Ms. Willis to quote pay you back for her part of the trip?
Uh-oh.
So here's the thing. In my bank records, you will see cash deposits. You will see check deposits.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that you look through the bank records and you won't see cash deposits because I have two sources of income, sir. Income comes from my private practice, my firm, and income comes from the contract here with Fulton County. During the course of private practice, occasionally I will have
Don't make yourself look bad. Let's go.
deposit cash into my account.
And in preparation for this hearing and your testimony, did you go through your bank records to find out if you could locate
You might need to
any
audit
cash
you, brother.
deposits that would corroborate your testimony?
No, sir, I didn't go through my bank records at all.
Now, so what you would do, the money that you received, of course, the money that you received from your work for Fulton County, that's public funds, correct?
No, sir, that's private funds. It's my
Public funds pay you to do work for Fulton County, correct?
Tell me what the definition of a public fund is.
A public fund would be funds, as in not fund, but funds, money, public money.
Public
as in
money, man. What are you talking? You acting like you don't know. You know what's going on.
Georgia
The
pay you
the county,
to do the work that you're doing here in
Fulton
this
County,
case, yes or no?
the state of
What are the
Georgia,
other
y'all was
exceptions?
using the money to go on
Yeah,
lab
which one?
before.
Okay, I
Act
don't
like
know
you
which
don't
one.
understand game.
Now, you would take those public funds, and those public
Everybody
funds were then used, deposited in your account, and they were then used to pay on the credit cards for the trips that you would take with Ms. Willis, correct?
I object to the question so far as the characterization of public funds. The witness didn't testify to that.
Characterization,
Any
in other
evidence
words,
to
yeah.
sustain this debate. It's private.
Characterization. And man, if they don't stop capping, man, this is a whole song and dance right here. Everybody in here dressed to the nine, using a bunch of big words instead of just saying, "Hey, man, you was banging the DA and you shouldn't have been. You're married. She's going after the Trumpinator, and we're gonna get her." And all these good old boys that want to see her go down, you done messed up, Fanny. Believe me, Trump had all kind of Secret Service. He had all kind of people on your back. You should have known when you went after Trump, when you went after 45. Yeah, I think it was 45. When you went after 45 say, okay, you go low, I go lower. He probably had the Secret Service and all kind of people following her, and they was there on the trip with them, watching everything, taking pictures. He was just waiting for you to slip. He already knew you was messing with Big Nut in the YSL before he got, deleted over there with YFN Lucci. See, this is a bunch of rigmarole, y'all. This is a bunch of hood ghetto stuff with some black people with a little bit of power, and they always abuse their power. Every time we get black people in power, we start abusing the power. And then these other people want to make us look crazy, look foul, look like we're, civilized animals, but still we don't understand how to be civilized at all times, because they're going to go through your bank records, they're going to audit you, they're going to dig dirt. You want to dig up some dirt on 45? He said, we're going to dig up some dirt on you. He already said at a press conference at a rally that you was messing with Big Nut, and Big Nut got off. So now he going to catch you when you messing with Brother Wade here. These people are so cold, they'll send her a chocolate, brother, because they know her flavor. Let's continue.
Well, the point of it is that you got
All
money.
right, Mr. Gillen's rephrasing.
Yeah,
I see you perfect.
Let's break it down.
Let's
You
break it
got
down.
money from Fulton County for the work that you do here, right?
Yes, sir.
You would send in invoices. They would pay you money, correct?
Yes, sir.
Those money, that were private money, that money was money from either the citizens of Fulton County or from the state of Georgia, correct? That's what I mean by
Can't spend public money.
Agreed?
But I guess I'm having trouble with the notion that the citizens of Fulton County have paid me any funds. I'm not certain.
The DA paid you. The woman that they appointed they allocate the funds to the DA, okay? The city, okay? The county, the county of Fulton County, okay? The citizens of Georgia allocate the money to the DA, and she gave you the bread to bang her out. Cold in the game. Do I got perfect timing up in here? What's up with your perfect?